What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kraken Hunters, Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
And we're going to do another Sideshow Collectibles review for y'all today. And some of you may not even know about this line that came out because this is the older line from Sideshow.
It's called The Dead, right?
Yeah, the Dead line. And this came out a while ago, but this is like one of my grail pieces that I've been searching for and trying to acquire for a long time. And I was finally able to acquire it at less than what the actual piece cost when it came out. So that's always good.
This is a collectible among collectibles.
Yes, man, I love it so much because I'm a big zombie fan. But this is the Undying Carcass from the Dead line, and this is the exclusive version too, by the way. But
the exclusive comes with a separate head.
Yeah, it comes with a separate head.
This is the actual separate head, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I like this head.
All right, I was just making sure.
Well, no, I understand. All right, so you all know how we do our reviews. You know, base, pose, sculpt / portrait, and paint application, and overall. Yeah. So we're gonna get this review started off right now. I'm gonna turn it over to Anubis, let him kick off the base first.
All right, so there's a few things in the base that I am really kind of digging. So far, what I can imagine, I'm guessing this is a city kind of topography.
Right.
I think that's the right word.
Topography. No, I think you're right.
Topography, yeah. It looks like a city kind of topography. Not only that, we got this cool little cardboard thing that you always see crazy people hold.
Yeah, the end is near. Yeah.
Turns out they were right.
Every apocalypse movie, you got that one dude.
Yeah, you got that one guy holding the end is nigh.
Either that or holding the Bible.
Lord, yeah. Embrace the Lord, the end is nigh.
Yeah.
It's like,
all right. Yeah.
But okay, so the cool thing about that is it looks like fucking cardboard.
It really does.
Yeah,
it
looks like cardboard, and it looks like it is fucking just torn.
Yeah, and when I opened it up, I'm like, is this real cardboard? I had to check to make sure because it looked like real cardboard. That was
it's not, but it looks like it.
They did a damn good job simulating some cardboard.
All right, and then you got okay, so this has been going on for, you can tell something here, some kind of virus is fucking everything up because you can see there is chaos in the streets because this I-beam
is
broken. And
the structure
on the ground.
Yeah, the structure around it is crumbled and everything like that.
And I-beams are not easy to move. And not only that, you got a chest piece right here with some organs in it.
I think that's his organs.
No.
Yes, because it's directly. If you look at it, it's directly underneath him. I think those are his organs.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I can't really. You can't really tell.
Yeah. Well, let me see.
Hold on.
Well. Yeah, we can remove it. Go ahead, remove it. Yeah. Well, let me do it.
Yeah, you do it.
Because I know how to.
Here, just put it on one arm. That would make it even better.
Got to get it right, everybody.
There you go.
There we go.
Don't want to hurt no fingers.
Nope. There we go.
Don't want to break any dead fingers. I don't think it's his.
I don't think it's his either. Yeah, you're right. It's not his.
All right, so we're gonna leave it like this. Hold on, let me fix the arm.
Well.
No, here, leave it like this. That way it makes sense. Because we don't hardly ever see a zombie kind of just walking around in the nude.
Right.
Except for if it's a George Romero movie.
Now, one of the things I love about the base itself is that it simulated the fallen rubble and the structural decay.
There's been some shit happening in this city.
Yes, and it looks like an apocalypse really happened. Because in an apocalypse, buildings are going to be falling, buildings are going to be destroyed. Yeah, everything is going to be messed up. Yeah. And I like this because it says 79 on here, and I guess I don't know if that's I would think that's the mailing.
The mailing address?
Yeah, the building number. The building number. So that means this building is completely crumbled.
Yeah.
So
or fucked up.
Yeah, one or the other. And I think they did a really good job simulating the bricks and the fallen rubble. Yeah. Really well. And
broken concrete.
That and which I'll post pictures because it's hard to see on the camera probably. The organs right here.
Yeah, with the chest.
Yeah,
chest cavity.
Yeah, I mean that's some good detail right there. It's just that this, I love the base. The base is the base really portrays an apocalyptic setting really well.
Yeah, it does its job.
Yes, it does.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's really all.
That's really all it for the base, man. I love the base.
It's a really good, simple, small base.
Yeah, exactly.
And it adds to the dynamic of the statue.
I agree, especially with it being a zombie and
Rubble.
It's an apocalypse. So it really does add to the base.
You really can't have.
Add to the statue.
You can't have a zombie without like some kind of flesh underneath of it.
Right. I agree. So I love the blood dripping right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say they did a really good job on the base. And the crazy thing is that this is an older statue. This is one that came out probably
2008,
2010, something like that, somewhere between that line.
In them areas.
Yeah, and for this to be that old, a lot older than some of the newer statues, I think they did a dang good job on the base itself, man.
Right.
All right, so that's it for the base. So
now on to the sculpt.
No, the pose.
Oh yeah.
The pose.
I'm sorry, the pose. Pose is next.
Skipping ass.
I know.
Yeah, I love the pose. I think the pose, man, the way they have the foot on the base right here, on the building right here, and just him doing
his thing.
Yeah, just doing his thing. I like the dynamic pose, the look of the pose.
You know what's even cooler though? It doesn't look like he's just kind of wandering around. It almost looks like he's in attack position.
Yes, that or climbing over something, getting ready to attack.
Or trying to overcome an obstacle.
Right.
Which gives him a little bit more. You know what? It makes me even think he's maybe one of those fast zombies.
Ugh.
Because you know those fast zombies would be able to get over something like that.
Right.
Easy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because
bastards.
Yeah, those bastards.
We'd all be fucked
real quick. But I love the dynamic look of the pose. It's a good action pose where he's climbing over the rocks.
And his mouth opens, like doing his snarl or screech or whatever the fuck.
To me, that gives the impression that he is, like you said, is getting ready to attack something.
Yeah, it gives me an impression that he's a fast one too.
Okay, fair enough.
Agile, fast one.
Like I think the other head sculpt, which when we get to the sculpt slash portrait, we'll talk about that one. And I think the other head sculpt actually gives the more of the lumbering type look, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. But I do love the pose, man. I think that they did a really good job on the pose itself. Yeah, it's a really good dynamic pose.
Yep. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. This is a fun looking, cool statue, and the gore factor is cool too.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about the paint application.
Oh, we got to do the sculpt next.
Yeah.
Sculpt / portrait.
Yeah. So do you have anything else to add for the pose?
Really, we kind of nailed it on it. I feel like that's all we can talk about.
Yeah. I mean, it's an easy pose, but it's a very dynamic pose at the same time.
And it gives them the sense of agility. Being able to climb over shit.
So since we're going to be talking about the sculpt, I'm going to remove this so we can actually see the sculpt in its fullest, which I really appreciate them. I know some people don't like the mixed media. I do like that they gave the option to either pose it with the mixed media, or just remove it altogether.
All right, now I'm going to go ahead and talk about this mixed media real quick. So they have given this mixed media everything that you want from a zombie. You've got blood. You've got tears, and not only that,
I would say one of those are bullet holes. That's what it looks.
Bullet hole? Oh yeah, bullet holes.
I would say one of those.
Yeah, that's a shotgun blast. Maybe?
Something. Yeah,
that's one hell of a gun for real. Mm-hmm. If that's a bullet hole, that's a hell of a gun.
I love the tatters at the bottom, like it's been dragging across the ground.
Not only that, they throw the blood around the bullet holes, and right here on the neck, they get the blood spatter from where he's been feasting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or just from, like, especially from this one, where it's just so much blood from the muscle fibers and stuff like that, where he's basically been ripped apart.
Yeah. And the fun part about this is everybody has worn almost this exact thing.
Oh, those ugly ass hospital
Everybody
gowns.
has worn this at least once in your life. You have worn something like this.
You wore a hospital gown.
Goddamn polka dots. Polka dots or stripes. It's
one or the other. Yep.
But I love, and it even feels like the fabric from them too.
Yeah, I said, man, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I said, the main thing I enjoy is the fact that they give you the option to pose it with it or without it.
Yeah.
And they make it easily removable, so where it's not hard to get it off or anything like that. So that's an added bonus, because some people, don't like the mixed media and will prefer to pose this, which looking at it, as you can see in the camera, that's a good option to pose it without the hospital gown at all.
Yeah, and see, since, we're talking about this, this kind of does do one of the things I'm not a big fan of. I am definitely not a fan of mixed media hiding detail.
Right.
I feel like if you want to do the mixed media, you do it tastefully.
Right.
And don't hide all the detail that we really want to see. And we've seen it with Dimethyl down here.
Yeah, so you can't see it on camera.
It's really upsetting.
Yeah, because there's a lot of detail underneath all the investments and stuff.
And I'm not a fan of it, man. I mean, I love mixed media if it's done right. But with this takeoff option, kind of like the way they did with Gethsemane, that makes it better. That makes it okay.
Version 1 of Gethsemane, by the way.
Right, that makes it okay.
Right. But man, this sculpt is top notch.
It's exactly what you would expect from a George Romero film or the Zack Snyder Fast Zombies Dawn of the Dead.
Yes, I mean, man, they nailed this sculpt with the. Oh, I love the spinal cord on the back.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of it, and he looks, that's going to be more of the paint application, but still, it looks like a rotting corpse.
It looks like a really very well done rotting
Like you even
corpse.
see the bone jutting out.
Oh, dude, look at his knees, man. Look at his knees. You got the knees, bones coming out of the skin protruding like he's fell over and it's just ripped all the flesh away. You can see some of the little tendons and stuff like that in the molding and the sculpting.
Right.
And another thing that I thought with this exclusive version, I think that they really nailed was this muscle right here on the side of his head, and on the side of his head, on the side of his neck, and his mouth. Those muscles are not hard, are very hard to do.
And they did a good job.
Yeah, they did.
Like I said, and the sculpt on the exclusive head,
there's so much.
Oh, and that hair, yeah, and the hair, like they really did a job. Like it looks dead and it looks decaying, and the sculpt, the teeth look amazing. It has one of the eyes rolled up in the back of its head, like almost rolled up to the back of its head.
Is it, or is it gone?
See, look, no, it's there. See.
Oh, yeah. You got the one eye that you can see the pupil, and it's got that actually kind of dead look where it's kind of glazed.
Right. And man,
the other one's just all the way in the back.
This sculpt is amazing. Like if I was the one at Zombie Statue, which this is why I was trying to find this one and seek it out, this is what I want it to be. Like, this is a classic zombie, and it's done so well. Now,
it's a classic zombie from a zombie movie.
Right. Now we're going to switch out because this is the first one. I mean, this is the exclusive head. At least I think it's the exclusive one. We're going to hook it up with the regular head. There we go. And this one gives the more look of the lumbering zombie.
The wanderer who's just like, oh.
Right. Now, for me, the reason why I posed it with the exclusive head is I think with the way the pose is, I don't think this head matches with the pose like the other one does.
The dynamic pose?
Yeah, because it just looks like a wandering, slouching, lumbering one.
Yeah, he does not look, he does not look like an agile creature.
No, he doesn't. Just the way that face looks. I prefer the exclusive head because it gives the impression of that speedy, predatory zombie. This one does not. This one just looks like one of the lumbering ones.
Yeah, that you see from a
Romero movie. Just remember, Romero's are always the slow ones like that.
It looks more like something from like Shaun of the Dead.
I love that movie.
That face gives me like Shaun of the Dead kind of look.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think this sculpt is top notch, man.
But both of the heads actually match with the body, though. You can see right here.
Oh, it does. Yeah, right. They do.
And they don't really have like a seam or anything.
No. I agree. Like they both heads match. Like this one looks more like a decaying body.
Right.
That one looks like it's already decayed, or it's had its flesh ripped off
from fighting.
Yes, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to go ahead and pose that one back, or do you?
That's up to you. No, that's fine.
Yeah, I like the other one better.
Yeah.
I know you do too.
I do. Like I said, I just think this one.
Here, let me see it real quick.
Go ahead. I just think that one fits the way this statue is structured a lot better than the regular head.
You know, it made it a little bit better if they would have chipped a lot more of the teeth.
No, I don't think so. I think that looks.
Well, actually, there's a lot of the chip. There's a lot of.
There's some of the teeth are chipped, right?
But if they would have chipped more, like more of an aggressive eater.
Just in case you failed, just to make sure.
I got it. Well, I would do the same.
But yeah, man, this sculpt is amazing.
And the detail on the flesh itself is pretty awesome.
It's pretty impressive.
You can see like the gun damage and stuff like that.
Man, the tears or like a knife blades cut his flesh and everything.
Those are, the ones on his legs. They look more like terrain tears, like he's climbing over shit. And it's just cutting him, but you know, of course, you know, you're a zombie. It's just going to get worse.
Right, and it's amazing. Yeah. I was glad I was able to acquire this.
Oh
one.
yeah.
All right, so you ready to move on to paint application? That's what I'm ready to talk about. The paint application, man, is probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. For something as older as it is, the paint application of this man is so good.
Yeah.
Like they got all the perfect, the greens. The bruising, the greens, the reds, everything fits with the decaying look that it has on this statue.
The dark grays of the flesh tone.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, not the lighter grays of the flesh tone. Kind of shows desiccation, kind of like a mummy. Because, you know, once you've been out in certain kind of atmosphere so long, you know, your skin dries up and it's like it's been salted.
And see, this one I would think has been in a more humid environment or something like
where
that.
Everything's drooping down,
right,
and tearing so easily.
And you can see like some of the pus and things like that. Oh man, it's just this.
And you know, you look in the internal organs and stuff too, or what, you know,
like his stomach. It's like got that glossy look.
That right there is his stomach, which is overfilled with body parts. You can see how his stomach is so overfilled that it's bursting out of his gullet.
Oh man, I love the statue so much.
Stomach, and it's about ready to tear open. Which that's not going to stop him.
No, his stomach can burst out and be.
He's still hungry.
Yeah, exactly. I said, man, this paint application is so good for such an older statue. That it amazes me that some of the newer statues don't even have the quality paint application this one has.
You know what tells me that he's a fast zombie?
What's that?
If you look at his feet. See how tore up they are?
Oh, yeah. Well, I would think they would get tore up anyway, even if it was, because it's barefoot. So in a city environment, crawling over rocks and rubble, I think no matter what, his feet would get tore up, even if he was a sloucher or a runner.
Right, but I still think that's one of the things that gave me the idea that he's a fast zombie was that his feet are so torn up.
No, I would say no. I don't think his feet are that torn up.
They just really kind of are.
Well,
look at that one.
But that's where you see like the skin coming off. But I think that the fact that his toes and everything aren't so broken up.
They look pretty fucked up.
They are.
The nails are broken.
Yeah, they are.
That also gives another thing about the detail on how the nails are fucking broken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of the toes. There's a couple of toes where the bone is missing a tip, like right here.
Yeah, and the toenails are chipped.
So man, and it's still got. It doesn't have a glossy look everywhere.
Like, it does on the points that it needs it.
Exactly, and that's where that was important, like where the
right
pus,
here.
Yeah, and some of the areas where the skin's ripped over and you still can see some of the meat and
like
stuff.
Like the spine, yeah,
right.
Where you can, or right here on the ribs. Right here on the ribs, you got like a lot of the gloss, but mainly on the skin and stuff, it's dry and desiccated like you would want it to be.
Right, with the exception of the areas where you need it to be at, as far as where you're seeing some of the meat and gore. That's the only place.
They definitely didn't half-ass this.
No, they did not. And you can tell there were some real
zombie fans.
Yo, yeah, they were. You can tell that there were some zombie fans who made the statue.
Yeah.
They really took their time on it, and especially some of the. I just noticed some of the blue and like light. It's very faint, but some of the areas where it has a very, very faint green to it.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of like a build up, like a fungus or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
And you know another cool thing too, the darkness of his feet you know, when livor mortis happens, what that really is when all the blood settles. That's left in your body, it settles and it turns it in. It looks like a bruise at first, and then it turns into a dark red.
And that's what's on the feet.
That's exactly what. That's
He's
exactly
used to be a
what
mortician, so he would
the
know.
livor mortis looks like at the latest stage.
Okay.
Because like when I would be at work, you know, at the funeral home, I would notice that on like the back of their arms or on the back itself. You know, you'd flip them over to kind of clean them off, and it looked like a giant bruise, but all it was just the blood settling.
Okay. I ain't no mortician.
Well, I'm just
that.
I'm just saying,
But,
you know, that's the kind of detail, and they got it right here with the fingers too.
Right. So every area where it would travel down, that's where it's the darkest as far as the fingers and the feet.
Yeah, which means he was animated right after he died.
Okay.
And it's either that or it's gangrene.
Either way, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Like this is an impressive statue, man. It almost makes me not upset, but a little disappointed that some of the paint applications on some of the later statues aren't as
accurate or good.
or you could tell these were zombie fans who made this, and you could tell they took time and effort to make this as well as they did, man. And that's the thing, is like the only statues I'd say where you can see this level of care and detail
This is a
Quarter of the Dead.
Hey, you know, and another little thing on the detail, look at the palms of his hands. See how detailed they are? Like cuts?
Yeah. And even the folds, like where
you got like your wrinkles on your
fingers, they even have those
hands,
in there.
Yeah.
And that's something they have to do, because you probably wouldn't. The average person would not see that, and that's when you can tell.
The only people who see that are reviewers,
like us. But if you were just to pose this, no one's going to be looking at the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's really the last thing you're going to be looking at when you're looking at a statue like this. But that shows the level of care and detail put into this statue. This
is cool. Man.
It really is, man. So, are you ready to go to overall, man?
Yeah.
I think we're done. Yeah, so we're good on the paint application. Oh, yeah.
There you
go.
There we go.
But overall, man, this is one of my favorites in my collection now.
It's one hell of a fun statue.
It really is, man. It's fun to talk about this one, especially with me being because I'm an 80s kid. So I grew up, man, with some of the zombie flicks of yesteryear, where I got to see a lot more than some of the newer generation. They have a lot of the fast moving zombies, and and we don't see.
Honestly, no. There's really some. There's 28 days, 28.
Those aren't zombies though. Okay. They're infected.
Anyway, those are, and the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead.
Oh man, I love that movie so much.
The ones that are like the fast zombies.
There's other ones, Train to Busan.
Okay,
I'm just saying there are some.
Okay, there's some.
There's some.
Okay, not many more.
I just really appreciate the level of detail and care, because like you said, you can tell whoever created this was a zombie fan.
Yeah,
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
They went to the level of like you know how like when you watch the original Walking Dead seasons,
right? How
good they were.
Yeah.
And how well they did the zombies.
Well, it's because Frank Darabont was the one doing it. That's why.
It was.
He did the first season.
No. His name is Kurt. Kurt
that's the creator of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he also did all the practical effects.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kurt.
Something.
Oh my God!
I know you're talking about.
I'm gonna hate myself because he played in. He did all the practical effects for From Dusk Till Dawn.
Really?
Yeah, he even played in the movie. You know when Sex Pistol pulled out his dick gun, the guy with the stiletto knife?
Yeah.
That was him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, learn something new every day.
But, God damn it, I cannot fucking...
Stop thinking about it. Let's just keep talking. It'll come to you.
All right, yeah.
But, yeah, I think overall, man, this is a amazing statue, especially if you're a zombie fan or just a horror fan like I am. Man, the level of detail and care put into this statue makes me really happy that someone was able to create this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you can tell they were zombie fans.
Oh yeah, I can tell right now that whoever made this had fun making it. Like they got to really go all out and really do what they really wanted to do to it, and really make a excellent statue. You can tell that this was a zombie fan and a horror fan, and they really went really went out all on this statue.
Yeah. I mean, I'm super impressed by this, especially with it being out since 2008.
Let's say 10. 10. Yeah. So it's almost a 10-year-old statue.
Yeah.
And this 10-year-old statue, I'd put for the paint application and level of detail. I'm not saying every one,
and it's holding up too.
Yeah, exactly. It's held up well because, like I said, this is one of my Grail pieces that I'd been searching for a long time. That I was able to acquire at a really good price after searching, and it's one that had no defects, and I was able to get it shipped to me, perfect. So I was happy to have this one, man. I'm glad I was able to finally find it and get it at
for a good price.
Good is not even for an amazing price.
Okay, for a steal.
Yeah, that's basically what it was, a steal. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it was a steal. The guy
sorry, guy.
Yeah, because whoever had this statue and sold it to me for that price didn't understand what he had. Because this, I would say, I would not let this go for anything nowhere near close to the price he let it go for. Nowhere near. So I was glad to acquire this one, man. This is overall, man. This is one of my, like, now getting it in your hand. This is probably one of my favorite statues now.
Yeah.
In my collection. All right, you ready to go for the rating?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I'll let you go first. Yeah, I'll let you go first this time.
I feel like I want to give it a solid A, but I really, to be honest, man, the way everything is building up on this and the way it looks and how old it is and how well it stood the test of time.
Right.
And the level of detail, the color, all of the anatomy in it, I'm going to go ahead and give this an A+. Because honestly, there's really nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's such a good statue. There's nothing really wrong with it.
All right.
I mean, did you have anything to complain about?
Well, I did not at all. I was going to say, I have to agree with Anubis on here. I'm going to have to give this one a solid A+, because everything he said I agree with. Like the sculpt, the paint application, the base, the removable mixed media to where you don't have to pose it with it. You can, I wish, like, you could
say if you were posing this up in, say like in your living room or your dining area. Which
I'd probably pose it with. Well,
in those areas, you would pose it with mixed media.
But in an enclosed room like mine, to where I don't have to worry about just people walking in and seeing it. I could pose it without it.
Right.
But Anubis is right, man.
The gore factor makes you really want to pose it with the media.
No,
the gore factor makes you want to pose it. Say if it was in a high traffic area.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because not everybody's horror fans, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, everybody's. Yeah.
We've seen that with the Vargas.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good example of that. But I have to give it a solid A+ too, man. This is a top-notch statue, and like Anubis was saying, the fact that it was able to hold the test of time, and in my opinion too, that it still looks so good. Like the color application, the paint application, the different hues in the color, man. The sculpt, the pose, the awesome base. Everything,
texture,
everything that you would want out of a good statue, this has, and it's that old.
Yeah, you know, I think that way you should mention that too. Is the texture is awesome?
Yeah, it really is. Like it looks like dry, withered skin, rotted flesh. Yeah, like Anubis said earlier.
Or hell, even the texture of the base, it looks like fucking concrete.
Yeah, it looks like concrete. They did an excellent job on the weathering and everything like that.
Kind of feels like it too a little bit. Yeah, I mean, they did a hell of a job on the texture on this.
Yeah, this actually feels like a steel beam too.
It's not.
It's not, but it feels like one.
Might be like a really hard plastic, like
something like that. Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, man, this is a top-notch statue.
This cardboard really kind of impressed me a little bit.
You mean false cardboard?
False. It's not cardboard, but it sure as shit looks like it.
Yeah, it does. So, man, if you're able to get this, man, because I found it on eBay, a really good price, man. If you're able to acquire this, and it's probably gonna be hard to find because they're very rare now. Because I only saw this one for sale, That was it. I didn't see any other one. So if you're able to get this one, man, or to acquire for a really excellent price, there's no reason why I would recommend not.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing to complain about.
No, it's not. Like this is.
If you're a gore fan, zombie fan, horror fan, this is right up your alley.
There's no reason why you should own it.
Good luck finding it.
Yeah, good luck finding it, man. Yeah.
For a decent price.
Yeah, exactly. Because that guy who had this did not understand that how rare this was, and he let it go for too cheap for me. Yeah. I would never let it go that cheap.
No. Well, it's probably worth actually quite a bit. Is there a number on it?
I wouldn't say it's probably worth a lot, but I think that for a certain niche of collectors, I would say it is.
You see a number? Yeah, there is one right there.
Yeah, 296 out of 400. So there was only 400 made of this one.
Oh. So it's
pretty rare.
Yeah, 296 out of 400. There's only 400 on the planet.
Yeah, well, I don't know about for the regular edition. For the exclusive edition, it's only 400 made. So that's pretty rare. I
feel like this one's exclusive or bust.
I would say, yeah, I would agree. I would say the exclusive is probably the one I would have to own. Because as much as I like the regular head,
it doesn't really fit the dynamic.
I don't think so either. I think this one fits the look and dynamic for the statue more than the regular head.
Yeah.
All right, man. This is fun to talk about, man. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Another thing. Ended up getting another one of the apples because why not?
Why not? Right. But man, thanks for joining us today, man. I had an awesome time talking about this.
I enjoyed this one too. This kind of tickled my horror.
Yeah, me too. But wait, tickle you.
And zombie.
Okay, because it sounded like you said horror. Tickled my horror. I'm just saying that's what it sounded like.
I mean, I don't talk about those. Yeah.
But anyways, but man, like I said, we appreciate y'all joining us on this review today, man. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification button to get notified of our future videos. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
See y'all next time, man. Peace.